Tzu Chi builds 3,000 great love homes in eastern Mozambique. Tzu Chi volunteers mobilize Rev helpers for fire cleanup in Hualien. Welcome to Idai Headlines. I'm Elise DeVito. Thank you for joining us. 2 years ago, when Cyclone Idai struck eastern Mozambique, Tzu Chi promised to assist locals in building 3,000 great love homes. After floods and pandemic, leaders and villagers look forward to the new homes.
Neste momento, vamos entrar para o centro de cura, que está logo aqui à frente, e convido
waitibesa zukudia waitibesa penseneni no nyumba também acordo kuti nyumba jiri.
Verão as casas é uma bênção para nós. Estamos muito felizes por ver nossos irmãos e nossas irmãs a terem um sítio para meter cabeça.
Wearing clothes made from Taiwan rice bags, villagers look forward to their future homes.
I want to again thank Tzu Chi for contributing and helping villagers. Our villagers are trying to get back to their normal lives.
We witnessed Tzu's involvement and assistance to us during disasters. What's more impressive is that they can relieve the sufferings of disaster-affected residents.
2 years ago, after Cyclone Idai, Tzu Chi promised to assist locals in building 3,000 Great Love Village homes. The construction starts very soon.
The windows are the same for both houses. The same goes for opening and closing the windows. The only difference between two houses is the number of rooms.
In front of the model home, a ceremony was held and a heart symbol displays the strong will of villagers going through floods in the pandemic. At the beginning, 20 volunteers from Maputo arrived to help. They never left.
Volunteers from outside the area cannot speak the language here, but they can speak the greatest language of mankind, that is love.
We look forward to 3,000 residents living in a village filled with love and prosperity.
After the cyclone, the overflow of love here has become the strongest foundation of the Great Love Village. Villagers are filled with hope and looking forward to their new homes.
Medical workers at Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital, with teachers and students from Hualien Tzu Chi University and Tzu Chi Senior High School, raised funds for vaccines and prayed for the pandemic to end.
As of now, we can safely work here, but there are many things in society that are changing.
Putting both hands together and praying, Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital medical workers brought their bamboo coin banks to donate for a good cause.
I think if we want to solve suffering, we must use love. On the front line, medical workers go through a lot of pain. So to solve this, they must use their love and spread it to more people in need.
Hualien Geriatric Center head nurse Guo Rujuan's child is about to receive a vaccine shot on October 1st. She is here to contribute her efforts.
On the issue of the pandemic, this is everyone's thing, not just for one person. I hope that my little power here can help more people get vaccinated so they can return to their normal lives.
As kindness starts to spread in Hualien, students and teachers from Tzu Chi University and Tzu Chi Senior High School initiated a fundraiser for vaccinations.
We first thought of the need, and since it is an immediate need, we decided to do this first. In the past, whenever there are major actions taken by Tzu Chi, we were never prepared with money to do something. We responded according to people's needs.
As everyone donated and contributed to COVID prevention efforts, prayers continued for the pandemic to end soon.
In Malaysia, statistics show that as of August 2021, there are about several 100,000 refugees. In order to reach nationwide herd immunity, the government is giving vaccinations to citizens at different stages. Refugees are included. Tzu Chi Free Clinic in Kuala Lumpur is doing its part.
According to UNHCR's data, in Malaysia, there are about 170,000 registered refugees.
From the date we collected in July, about 40 refugees died of COVID-19, about 30 deaths from COVID in August.
In order to collaborate with the government to reach herd immunity, Tzu Chi Free Clinic in Kuala Lumpur served as a vaccination station to provide vaccination services to refugees 3 days a week.
Why do refugees need vaccine shots? It's because they're also part of Malaysian society. So if they do not get vaccinated, there will be a risk to potentially infect other people. If they keep to be unvaccinated, there will be issues to have COVID variants.
Just as for everybody else, is to prevent them from having serious complications from COVID, and also to save lives, basically.
Because they are refugees, their ID will have two numbers. Some don't have a UN card or a community card, and some use a passport, which bring us passport issues.
Community card, 然后有时又用 passport 这样子 ，so 就很多就是 ID 的问题啦。If you don't follow, then the cert will not come out here in the MySejahtera. So you have to do it.
Many refugees do not speak English or Malaysian, as translators are there to help them out.
Today we'll give you the vaccine, the name called Pfizer.
我们预计今天会打30个，每一天都会打30个。
I feel it's nice, it's good because you are not live alone in the country. You live with society, with people. That the Tzu Chi clinic is very nice, very well, and she give this chance to come to take this vaccine.
From registration to receiving a vaccine shot, it is hoped that vaccine coverage can be increased, comforting citizens and refugees.
With changing times, retirement often means starting a new life. In Selangor, Malaysia, there is a retiree who taught himself how to repair computers for impoverished students in need. Let's take a look.
He's afraid of forgetting anything, so he carefully records each step.
How to check, how to do this, how to do that. Because first my more technical background mà. So I watch the YouTube. Sẽ tới giải gì để mà mang chỗ. He got screen flickering rồi. So I managed to figure out I got RAM card not matching. So I changed the RAM card lo. Then okay, tao tìm chỗ lo.
When it comes to repairing computers, it's difficult to know everything. A 67-year-old Lak Ming Fat is actually a retired accountant. Through self-study, he participated in the repair of second-hand computers.
When I started, of course, I broke some, but I would say not more than 4 or 5. I didn't realize that actually there is a lot of resources on the YouTube. You don't need to try and learn how to open the computer. You just go and Google online. How to repair, replace. Just my step by step.
After retiring, he worked at the Tzu Chi recycling station. Here he not only found a focus in life, but also discovered a new craft.
Even when I do the recycling work in the recycling center, I don't like just to dismantle the thing. I like to try my best to repair the things, but simple things like, for example, electric fans. So I find that I enjoy this. It helps to keep our mind active. We are learning new things. We are spending what they call time productively. We are not just sitting there watching TV. Some people say, wow, 67 years old still can learn. Huh? Very good, very good. So I also feel very happy.
Hi, we are so happy that we have computer.
The most satisfaction is someone give you a laptop, cannot even boot, and you manage to get it boot, and then you give it to one of the recipients, and you see they're so happy.
Though retired, he is not just resting but moving to another field and expanding the breadth of life as well as gaining spiritual satisfaction.
A serious fire damaged the home of a Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology employee in Hualien. Tzu Chi volunteers quickly mobilized her colleagues to clean up so that she can resume her normal life.
The 265 square meter Iron Street house is filled with burnt objects. In a severe fire that occurred in mid-September, the affected resident is the employee of the Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology, which mobilized volunteers to care and help with cleaning immediately.
I just lived nearby. Back then, my neighbor ran there and said it was a barber shop. I said it was my colleague's house. I was a bit sad, so I called my colleague immediately.
The burned items in the house were needed to be cleared. Colleagues were mobilized to come help.
In less than an hour, 10 colleagues have already signed up to volunteer, yet more than 10 people were on the spot to help. I was actually very touched in my heart.
When I learned that a colleague needs assistance, I just wanted to come to contribute my part to help.
The fire scene was filled with a strong smell of burnt, and it was hot and stuffy. Many people were sweating all over their body, and even their clothes were dirty, but no one stopped. They just hoped to help their colleague tide over the immediate difficulties.
It's really impossible for me to clean such a large area by myself. I'm really grateful to Tzu Chi colleagues for coming to help. Thank you so much.
In Santong District, New Taipei City, a pair of brothers have been awarded the Tzu Chi New Shoot Scholarship for 3 consecutive years. They not only study diligently, but also save money in a bamboo coin bank to help people in need.
After receiving the certificates and the new laptops sent by the volunteers, this pair of Yan brothers have been awarded the New Suit Scholarship for 3 years in a row.
I will use the scholarship to repair the broken furniture and then pay the water and electricity bills.
They are so sensible because their father died of illness 3 years ago. Their aunt took up the financial burden of the family. Therefore, they know that it is not easy to make money. They not only study hard, they also donate to Bamboo Coin Bank.
Although I don't have much pocket money, I will save it bit by bit because I feel happy to help others.
Tzu Chi brothers and sisters are really caring. They treat us as their own family. When they come to visit us, to be honest, we are very happy because someone will keep us in their mind.
Volunteers' long-term care has not only satisfied their academic needs, but also opened up their mind. Now the 2 initially shy kids have become more cheerful and even practice filial piety to their grandma on behalf of their deceased father.
Although he doesn't talk much, every time I come, I have different feelings. At the beginning, he didn't dare to look at us, but now he will greet me with a smile. Today when I came here, I found that he cleaned the toilet. He's doing really great.
Tzu Chi's New Suit Scholarship not only encourages students to study diligently, but also helps them pursue their dream bravely with volunteers' companionship.
This year marks the 30th year that the Tzu Chi Teachers Association was established. And to date, there are over 1,800 teachers certified as volunteer teachers. Dharma Master Zheng Yan worries that there are too many distractions out there and that it's ever so easy for children to go astray. Thus, she hopes the members of the Tzu Chi Teachers Association can teach Jingsi aphorism and character education for the young ones. A current teacher of the Taoyuan Zhongshan Elementary School, Zhang Huiwen, began her path with Tzu Chi as a Tzu Ching And upon entering the workforce as a teacher, she experienced volunteer Li Laoshi as a mentor. When she began implementing humanitarian lessons into her curriculum, she saw a pushback with the parents. But after a while, the parents saw improvements to their children's behavior and life and changed to supporting her methods. In the end, Tzu Chi's character education is very useful in life, and it is hoped more teachers can implement in their classroom. Let's learn more.
Their boards quickly fill up with words, and upon this type of detailed list, they realize plastic is entwined in their life. As topics are accustomed to their life, the students have lots to discuss. Zhang Huiwen is a homeroom teacher at Taoyuan's Zhongshan Elementary School. She's also a member of the Tzu Chi Teachers Association. She nurtures her students by teaching them character education, creativity, thinking, teamwork, and action plans.
I want to inspire children to be self-motivated and work together as a team. I'll also like them to gain the ability to be leaders.
Other classes don't have these lessons. I think our teacher is very thoughtful.
If we aren't taught these lessons, perhaps we might become a person who doesn't care for the environment.
In university, Zhang joined the Tzu Chi Club, and after graduation, as a teacher, she joined the Tzu Chi Teachers Association and further incorporates Jingsi aphorisms into her lessons.
The master has wished for us to be a lively teacher and not a robotic one. The teacher's own character is important. This is why my motto is education is not without love and role models. I need to be an example for the children to follow, and subconsciously they will pick up my passion and become compassionate too.
Speaking of lively and compassionate, teacher Li Meijin is the prime example of such a role model. Although her hair is white, she's still very energetic. Li is retired but not resting, as she continues to promote the online learning game Tzu Chi and Pagamo put together to more schools, creating new opportunities for learning.
The games are fun, and I've learned many things that I didn't before. Now that I know, I can protect the earth.
Having resources such as Tzu Chi Dai Mothers in our school is a good educational tool. This means we have a good partner to teach the kids.
Dai Mothers, alongside Tzu Chi Teachers Association, have long been on school campuses to teach Jingsi aphorisms to the students. But more recently, difficulties have risen.
In these past few years, many of the older teachers have retired, and the current teachers have new curriculum to adjust to since the Board of Education rolled out new initiatives, and teachers are finding it difficult to implement Jingsi aphorism teachings.
This is a meeting of the initial batch of teachers who joined Tzu Chi's Teachers Association. They are shouldering the responsibility of some important lessons.
We need to continue to propagate our lessons and find back the love of teachers.
This year, the Tzu Chi Teachers Association is having a series of educational lectures with experts from different fields, so members can gain more insight into character education and humanitarian lessons and how it's best applied to daily life as an innovative way to move forward.
There are astronomy and geography, as well as environmental lessons. Others like food safety and life education are also included. Dai TV has many programs, which we have incorporated. It's highly anticipated.
Behind every student, there is a family to be influenced. It is hoped that this 30-year reinvention of the Tzu Chi Teachers Association will propel forward another 30 years in the future.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Taoyuan are taking classes to upgrade their drone operating skills. Besides having a better grip on drone controls, volunteers also simulated disaster situations and practiced how to assist workers during a disaster.
Thanks to technology, drone usage has become increasingly broad. In May 2018, Tzu Chi Foundation established a drone team as 100 volunteers joined. Meetings were also held for team members on an irregular basis.
We established this association hoping to assist Tzu Chi volunteers to use drones during Tzu Chi work. Everyone took it seriously and trained for the license. Almost everyone got the license, about 3 to 6 drone licenses.
Ever since restrictions were imposed onto drones by the CAA, Tzu Chi's drone team must make a request before initiating drone lessons. On this occasion, everyone studied and reviewed one another's drone control skills.
On regular days, we have to practice controlling the drone, so when disasters occur, we can be at the scene to help. It's easier for us to get involved quickly and assist people.
We hope that all teams in Taiwan will have someone that can control a drone. We have a drone for rescues, so when there is a disaster, we can use this drone for that occasion.
Although these members have received drone certifications, they are still practicing, hoping to get better at controlling the drone. Once disasters occur, they can be more efficient.
We reported previously on the Tren family who live in Taichung's Longding district. Mother and son both have chronic health problems and live in poverty. Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital Superintendent Qian visited the Tren family's household to do a health check. He also reminded the two to seek treatment at the hospital. On one morning, volunteers drove the mother and son to Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital for treatment.
Volunteers drove Ms. Chen and her son to Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital. After filling in information and measuring both blood pressure and body weight, the mother and son pair seemed a bit nervous, waiting for a health check.
I'm a bit scared because I've been seeking treatment for years. There's no cure. I'm not sure if I will find a cure here.
I have diabetes and high blood pressure. I hope I can heal at the hospital.
Ms. Tren and her son lives in Taichung's Longjing district as they both suffer from illness. Previously, Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital Superintendent Jian Shouxing visited the two to do a health check.
I will apply some ointments for you and I will give you some later. You have to rub it again, okay?
The mother and son both suffer from metabolic syndrome, as the son also suffers from uric degeneration. Further treatment is required for his illness.
The superintendent went over to care for them, asking them what they need, so they are at the Tzu Chi Hospital for treatment.
Social workers at the hospital assisted the mother and son. Moreover, Song Yuming, a director from Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital's medicine department, also checked on their condition.
His first goal is to control the uric acid, and since his mother has a history of diabetes, we have to check both of their blood sugar issues.
The hospital's series of medical checks and continuous treatments have combined charity and medical treatment, allowing both the mother and son to live more healthily.
The Hualien lodging industry took the initiative to cooperate with the Tzu Chi to promote vegetarianism and environmental protection. Hope more people can provide healthier diets for travelers. See you next time.